Hello, everybody. Welcome. I'm so glad that you're here with me today. I'm here with David Saah, and if you don't know me, my name is Shoshana Chaim. I have been in the health and wellness area for over 20 years, and more particularly helping people with their own health and their own healing for the last 10 years. I've been a podcaster for the last 8 years. I am an author, and I've been a health coach in many different varieties over the last couple of years. And most recently, I have a very big interest in the world of redox and how it's helping people and how native and wonderful it is to the body. And I'm here with David. David has a master's in library science from the Catholic University in Washington, D.C. He actually worked for the Library of Congress for over 40 years, which is definitely something to applaud. During those years, he did enjoy hiking and nature, but not as much as he wanted to. There wasn't a lot of time to get out there and do it. And as he retired, he definitely took over the hiking world in his area. And you'll learn a little bit more about his athletic endeavors in just a few minutes. But David, welcome. I'm so glad that we're here today talking.
Thank you, Shoshana. I look forward to our interview.
So I was wondering if you can tell me how you first found out about the Redox products and tell me a little bit more about what was going on in your life that brought it into knowledge for you.
Okay, well, when I was first introduced to ASEA, I was very skeptical. My naturopath doctor recommended it, and they just didn't believe that it could do what they say. So I dismissed it. And then I had a blood test, and just by accident, I received the high PSA score. And I didn't want to take the advice of the urologist at Kaiser and get a biopsy. So I talked to my naturopath doctor, and he again recommended ASEA. And at that point, since I didn't want a biopsy, I thought that was my only alternative to see if I could fix myself if I really did have a problem. So I started taking ASEA, the normal dosage, and subsequent blood tests showed that my PSA count went down a couple of times and back to normal levels, according to my doctor. But the real surprise for me was a couple of weeks into using ASEA, I noticed I was an avid hiker at the time, and I noticed a tremendous difference in my energy levels when I started hiking. And I had to attribute it to the ASEA because I had not changed anything else in my regimen. And as I learned later on, ASEA does put metabolites into your blood. These metabolites act as a reserve sort of energy. You can burn that instead of the glycogen in your muscles. So what happens is that you start burning these fatty acids in your bloodstream, and that spares any glycogen that your muscles have. So you can go, you have more energy, first of all, and you have more endurance in hiking or whatever activity you happen to be in. So I enjoyed this for quite a bit in my hiking. And then I decided to try different exercises. I have a life cycle cross trainer at home, and I decided to use that and do some high intensity interval training with it. And to my surprise, I was able to do 8 30-second intervals with 90 seconds of rest. And I did that 8 times, which I was still in shock about how effective ASEA was. And so I went on to other things, strengthening, training, and so forth. And I do have a challenge out now about how I can improve my strength with 4 exercises. I posted a lot of those videos on YouTube and Instagram. And I've been able this is the 4th round of my strengthening exercises. And I've been able to show that in a 3-week period that I have improved in each of those exercises. So I was very happy about that. And then, I felt so good using the ASEA that I decided to stop my testosterone replacement therapy. I had been on that for about a year or so before I started using ASEA. And I decided to stop using the therapy about a year and a half after starting using the ASEA to see, to see what would happen if I stopped using it. And I believe there was no difference in my performance. And I think the fact that I was able to hike at a high level and also do the weight resistance exercises at a pretty good level and improve on those levels, that I think the testosterone, my level was good. I recently had it tested, and it turned out to be very in the high 500s, about 574 or so. So that was a good reading for a person my age. By the way, I'm 74. So I think that was really a nice result to see. Other things that, by the way, I thought about my mother-in-law at the time that I started using the ASEA. I wanted to get her on it because she was 90, about 90, 89 or 90 at the time. And I tried to get her to use it regularly. And she was reluctant at first to be consistent with it, but eventually I got her to use it. She was diagnosed later on with Parkinson's, and she had trouble walking on her own. So I'd say in the last 2 years, a little over 2 years, she started using the ASEA regularly, and it helped her as far as her mobility goes and so forth. And I believe that it really saved her life because she was declining rapidly at a certain period of time. So she's still with us, and she's thriving. She has her ups and downs for sure, but I think that she is a lot better off now than she was before. One other thing that I'd like to mention about using the ASEA is that I'm able to pal around with my grandchildren, especially the oldest one. He's about 14 now, and we go on trips together. We do hiking together, and we do bicycling together and so forth. So that's an added benefit of using the ASEA. I think he has 3 grandfathers right now who are living, and I think I'm more active with my grandchildren than they are with them. So all these benefits, I really I'm very thankful and full of gratitude that I was able to find out about this product. And I think it's been very beneficial, and it can be very beneficial to anybody who uses it, no matter what your health condition it's also, as I went over, it's a great tool for athletic performance and anti-aging. I've been told that I don't look 74, so I, I hope that's true.
You don't look 74 and you don't act 74 at all. And I know that you've come back from hikes before and told me, like, I out hiked the younger folks, and I didn't find it as difficult as they did. So I think that's wonderful. And you had so many great stories put in there, starting with your own health. I use the word redox, you use the word ASEA, we use them interchangeably, but basically in our cells, we have a molecule, and that molecule's job is to talk to the other cells so that we could detect, repair, and replace damaged cells and get the body to empower itself and heal itself. And as we get older, we make 10% less of this every 10 years. So by the time we're 40, 50, 60, 70 years old, we're extremely depleted and our body's still breaking down. Our body needs to age. But if there's too much going on, we don't have enough communication and healing for the whole body. So if we can detect, repair, and replace our damaged cells on a higher level by putting more of this redox into our body is empowered to heal itself. Now, we are not allowed to say that we diagnose or that we reverse or that we protect against any diseases. But again, when the body is working on a more powerful level, when we're detecting, repairing, and replacing our damaged cells at a much higher level, the body is empowered to heal itself and come to balance, which is what we saw with your PSA levels, which is, what we see in terms of what you talked about, the muscle glycogen. So, we're able to burn our ATP, our energy systems, 6 to 8 times more effectively when we're exercising. We have less lactic acid buildup. We could basically improve our VO2 max. So better endurance, better recovery, get out there and do better again next time. So there's so much great things happening in sports, using our own glutathione by 800% more, which means that we're, the redox, we're reducing and oxidating at the same time so that our cells are just that much more healthier. So think about what your body can do. We're not just putting more of an ingredient into the body, we're actually putting our own intercellular fluid in, which is wonderful. And all cells, like all of our organs, all of our tissues in our body are made up of cells. So that includes all the organs, including our skin. So, you talk about looking younger, putting the gel on your face after you shave, you look a lot smoother too. There's so much indication here on what the redox can help empower the body to do. And it seems that it's not just helped you, but it's helped your extended family as well. Do you help other people with the redox as well?
Yes, well, you mentioned the glutathione, and my mother-in-law, when she was the last blood test she had, her levels of glutathione were very high, so she didn't need any boost to that. Also tried to convince my wife. My wife is not consistent with the usage of ASEA, but I'm trying to get her to do better with that. And I've talked to many people about ASEA. Hopefully they will sign up. And I think it's really a great product. I just like to say that, I post a lot of videos online, and I'm not trying to show off with these videos. I'm trying to tell people that this is a great product, the gel as well as the ASEA liquid. And it's really helped me tremendously. I just know from my own experience in doing the weight resistance exercises, and especially the high intensity interval training. This was very difficult for me to do before ASEA, but after ASEA, it's really been a life changer for me. So I would highly recommend it for anybody who wants to improve their performance, no matter what they're doing.
Definitely. One of the first videos I saw of you on YouTube was wearing a weighted vest with your feet extended up, doing I guess they're inclined or declined push-ups. That was absolutely incredible. So yeah, I would never think for a moment that you're showing off, but the ability that you're getting stronger as you get older, I think is huge. And it's inevitable that we're all going to age, right? That's nature, that happens. But we don't need to wake up in the morning and say, well, this is just my age. This is just the way my life is. I'm supposed to have this crick in the neck, or I'm not supposed to be able to go out and hike anymore. I need to just do trail walks in the park. It's important for us to age gracefully and to enjoy our quality of life. And I think if we've learned anything over the last couple of years, it's that we really do need to be ourselves and feel great and get out there and be amongst people and do things. That's so important. David, you are one of the most caring people I know. You have a huge heart. You're extremely knowledgeable. And I know that you guiding anybody using these products would be really beneficial to them, to get your expertise and for them to kind of learn the ropes from you. If somebody wants to reach out, where would you like them to go?
Okay, well, I have a website on the Canva domain. So they put my screen name, Papa Real Bees with 2 underscores. They can find my website, and there will be plenty of information there about me and about Sahh, and they can do research from that site. Also, they can look at the testimonials. They have access to the testimonials there. I would have to give them the password, but there are several sites that I could send them to learn more about Sahh.
That is wonderful. And I guess they can reach out to you on Facebook as well at David Saah. And you're always a wealth of information, and you're always ready and willing to help anybody, which is lovely about you. So thank you so much for joining me here today. Any last thoughts? Anything else you wanted to say before we go?
Just to repeat that it's such a wonderful product, and it can make a difference in anybody's life, no matter what your condition. And I just can't say enough about the product. It's made a big difference in my life and my mother-in-law's life, especially. And I'm very thankful that I was able to find the product.
Thank you, David, for joining me today. Have a great day.
Thank you.